Alright. Apologize, everybody. Welcome to the Anime Talk Show Tuesday. That is totally not the correct browser window. That's the chat window. Bad. There we go. That's Master Anime. That's correct. Anyway, Cat knocked down the hotspot I was using, and it turned off. Long story short, in the middle of the intro. But it's all good in the hood. We're back. I'm sure we're choppy because I'm seeing the fucking stream, like, the little meter go from green, red, yellow, over and over. But anyway, I'm your host, HyperBrother_Y, with my co-host over here,
Mr. Hawkheck.
Thank you for joining us, ladies and gentlemen, for this Anime Talk Show Tuesday, episode 20. Another, usually bi-weekly summary. So, start this off. Have you seen the Sign and 2 all the way? Have you caught up yet?
I'm caught up on that.
Good. Go ahead. Talk about it. Make some noise.
Well, I mean, the fight. It's still just the daily antics of a man with psychic powers trying to live his life without people knowing about it, and it goes horribly wrong all the time.
Yeah, you said it's like a more episodic adventure type thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, just keep losing fucking bit rate.
It's hilarious. If anyone fucking out there just looking for something to kind of watch on and off that's hilarious, there you go.
Here you go, ladies and gentlemen. And we'll move on to Black Clover, which I'm still in. It kind of, since it picked up during the whole dungeon fucking arc thing, I am kind of liking it again. And there hasn't been, there's still been Asta yelling a lot, but like not as much kind of thing. Yeah,
it's I
really wish I would stop seeing that fucking box turn red. It's kind of pissing me off, actually. I don't know why it's doing that.
The stream connection thing?
Yeah, we're dropping frames like every fucking minute, just about.
Jeez.
We've got, we're just hard drop frames. I wonder how the stream quality looks like. Can you check real quick? Like,
I have the stream up. It doesn't look bad.
Okay, we're like 30%.
Every once in a while.
Now we're at a hard 0. Yeah, we're just like.
And Twitch just took a shit, but it looks like Mixer's still going.
Interesting.
Oh, DK, we're back. We're back.
0. It just keeps changing. I don't know what's going on. It just seems to be being stupid.
That seems to be the case.
Yeah, it's just like bouncing around all over the place.
Jesus. But yeah, talking about fucking Black Clover, fucking Asta's not yelling as much anymore. They're just kind of so used to it that we don't notice it anymore. One of the two.
Yeah, maybe they took what everybody was saying, that's fucking annoying, and thought, maybe we should try to fix that. I don't know.
Just tone it down just a little bit.
Just turn down for what? But yeah, no. I like where it's going so far. Asta got a sword that absorbs, magical power, and, as we saw with the king, that apparently he's one of the only people who can wield it, because it'll suck whoever's magic power out of them. Also, apparently, it's extremely heavy, even though that one's the quote-unquote light sword.
Right. It's more nimble. Well, you gotta wonder how big the giant sword is then.
Yeah. This dude's basically Guts from fucking Berserk, in a nutshell.
Yeah. With the amount of strength training that he's done, maybe that's why he's able to carry it so easily.
Did you see, when his clothes came off, he was just, super ripped, but,
yeah,
he doesn't ever look ripped. At least when Guts ran around, Guts was, always ripped.
He looks like a goddamn giant, where Asta's, more lean.
He's a little kid.
Yeah.
Yeah, but anyway. I think it's pretty funny. But no, Black Clover, it's working. It hasn't... At first I thought we were gonna get, a hard drop in pace since they came back to, not doing anything important. But it's still kind of keeping on the up and up. Now there's, with a bunch of dick nobles, and we challenge everybody.
Lol.
Or whatever at the end.
I haven't actually watched the newest episode. All I know is that they're out of the dungeon now.
Yeah, they're out of the dungeon. They go back to the capital. Long story short, to go give a report, and they show the king what they both got, and then
fucking what's his face got that fairy
fairy.
thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Which is apparently very important. The king said something about it. It's like one of the 4 attributes that chose him or something like that.
That's cool.
Yep. And he could barely read that language, and then like. He can't read Osta's at all. He's like, I've never seen these words in my entire life. So literally, so far, nobody knows absolutely anything about Osta's magic. I feel like it's kind of like have you ever seen Broken Blade or Break Blade?
It sounds familiar. I might have.
It's the one with the kid that can't use the dude that can't use magic but can use the overpowered mech that exists in his like universe.
Oh shit, that sounds very familiar.
It's a good, great series, great show.
I might have like seen a little
biased.
bit of it, but not actually watched it.
Yeah, I might be biased because of robots, but it's really good. You should actually check it out sometime. It's kind of like semi giving me a similar feel to Black Clover, but that was like the only other time that something like that's ever been done before. I'm pretty sure. Anyway, so moving on from Black Clover, let's cover Overlord. I guess we're going back to now Imes being the adventure guy. Was it Momon, I believe? I think that was his adventure alias.
And are you talking about the just Ein Sama?
No, yeah, we're talking about Imes. Remember, he has the persona from the first one, Overlord.
Oh, where he like turns into the fucking.
He turns into a fighter. Yeah, I believe it's Momon.
He just goes around helping people out for some reason.
Yeah, it's because he's really not a bad guy. Except he has to act like a bad guy for the other dudes. I'm pretty sure like his people would respect him either way. Honestly. I mean,
yeah,
they're fanatical about his existence. I mean, if he showed mercy to people, I don't think they'd care too much. But now
they would just prefer him to have to show kind of a reason for it.
Yeah. But, Seabass is apparently, like, getting a chick, and now he's getting involved in his own little arc. I'm kind of, like, it's not just Imes' arc, basically. Like, it's showing what's going on with all of his little, peons that kind of he sent off in the first one to go do things. I'm kind of okay with that. Because it's building up story, which is nice. It's kind of hard to follow, though, because, like, it's like whenever I read a book, and I hated the Halo books that were like this, where they jump between two different storylines, kind of like how Halo 2 did, where, like, 1 minute you're playing Master Chief, the next minute you're playing, the Arbiter.
Yeah.
But, like, it makes the story a lot better than it's the same thing here. I'm not necessarily, it's easier to follow in, like, just watching something than playing, hour-long missions or whatever.
Yeah.
So, it's pretty quick and to the point, everything makes sense, and showing everything. But it's like showing all of these people, and I'm assuming eventually it's all going to make sense. It has something to do with the intro, with like all of the shit tons of people that it shows. So I can't wait to see how that turns out. He's apparently poor and needs money again.
Lol.
I was actually thinking,
fucking money?
Apparently, or something. I don't know, because he was counting. At the beginning of this most recent episode, he was counting out his money, and he's like, this is all that's left, and it's just a bunch of copper coins, like, after he pays for Seabass's stuff, and, like, the fucking, fake Tomb of Nazarick and all that shit. And then, like, I'm like, wait, so you played this game for many years, we're logging on to, like, say your final goodbye, and you didn't have, like, millions piled up kind of thing, Because, like, I was thinking about how he originally poofed into this existence. I was like, you have this giant guild place, and you don't have money, guy.
You think that they would have, like, piles upon piles of fucking guild funds?
Oh, yeah. Or even just he would have had money, because he was their leader.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like whenever we played BDO, I have a good bit of money. I don't think I have the most out of all of us. But, Kevin did. But, still.
But that's because he fucking no life to making toilet wine.
No, Kevin didn't Kevin didn't know life making toilet wine. I know life making toilet wine, and like that's where I made a shit ton of money. I didn't kill it.
Yeah.
No, he know life doing all sorts of other stuff.
Yeah.
At least until the market crashed, I only realized. But yeah, that's enough about Overlord. And let's see. I mean, you have anything else to say about Overlord?
Well, I must say, like the butler's a kind of an interesting character.
Yeah.
Found that out.
The butler is a white knight because that was what his
Yeah.
creator was, basically.
Yeah.
I think it's cool. I mean, like, it shows that, the things that their owners said, like, aren't new to them. But, Ainz is really intelligent, I'm guessing, because he's testing out all of these things. It'd basically be like what I would do if I ended up in a world like that. I'd be like, alright, so I know this is a game, let's test out what's exactly a game and what's not, what actually matters and shit.
Like which game mechanics are still there, what game mechanics are gone.
Yeah, like he's testing out to see if, since he had Shalter turn against him, if they can turn against him, if they can be free of thought, all this other stuff. And then, I don't like the fact that the one Guardian or whatever, whoever the fuck's with Seabass trying to, like, turn against him.
Yeah.
I was like, oof, you cunt, you're just mad because... I don't know. Why are you mad? That's the real question. Are you jealous somehow of the new girl? Like, I don't get it. You need to stop that, I guess. Hashtag women things.
Hell yes, dude.
But anyway,
I'm looking at the list. I don't think I actually caught up to Violet Evergarden.
Oh, well, you're atrocious. He's terrible. That's okay. I caught up to things because I am the king of this show. This is why I'm the host.
Right.
But anyway, no, Violet Evergarden, it's interesting, like, did you see the episode before the last one, or no?
The last thing I remember was them going to one of the girls' hometown.
Okay.
Like, all that shit happened.
Then no, we haven't seen the last two episodes.
Yeah.
Long story short, the episode before the most recent one, she goes to, I guess, like, a country, one of the, like, border countries of the war or something like that, and, like, 14-year-olds getting arranged marriage to somebody or whatever. And so basically they're writing public love letters back and forth. And, like, at first, the first two love letters are kind of, like, official and stuff. And then, Violet pulls strings because I believe the other ghostwriter was one of the other ones she works with, the, like, most experienced one they have, the chick with the massive titties.
Yeah.
The police girl with the big titties. No. But, she calls her up and is like, hey, this little girl saying this isn't real. And then so, like, that ghostwriter, I guess, gets the prince dude to start handwriting letters, and they start handwriting letters back and forth, and they become, like, super real and stuff. Long story short, they end up getting back together again, meeting up, because they had something they had done, like, back forever ago when she was little. And, like, the dude's 20-something, and she's 14, she's worried about all this, like, if she actually loves him or he actually loves her, blah, blah, blah. But anyway, it turns out to be a good story. They, like,
it does sound like a good
truly
story.
kind of love each other, blah, blah, blah. And then the most recent episodes, it goes into Violet's past, which the episode before this one did too. It shows that Violet was, actually just a little girl. I still want to know the story of, like, how Violet ended up in that one dude's brother's hands and, like, why she is the way she is, kind of thing.
Well, they said that they found her, like, without parents, just, like, in, like, war wreckage, basically.
Yeah. But I mean, like, I want to know the story better, whatever. I don't know.
Actually, you want, like, a flashback showing all of it.
Yeah, something like that. So yeah, no, I mean, she brings it up that she doesn't know her parents and all this other stuff. She meets a dude that's like, he is an orphan or whatever, and like everyone's talking bad shit about him. They bond, he goes super hard. They stomp everybody in like the they all get called to an observatory to like dictate books or whatever. It's like a college or whatever that takes in shitty old books and rewrites them, like in their original form, of course. But
that's kind of cool. So
basically, but it's a preservation of history kind of thing. Yeah. And so like they have moments or whatever, and the guy is very similar to her. Like his face is always emotionless, whatever, and they connect, whatever. I think the guy kind of falls in love with her type thing. And, they watch a once every 200-year comet thing, and, like, basically he decides, after his experience with her, because he used to hate all ghostwriters and stuff, that he's going to go travel the country and do what his dad used to do, because that's what he really wants to do, instead of doing what he was doing. I was like, oh, it's kind of nice. Fucking good old roller coaster of feels, Violet Evergarden.
Hell yes.
But yes.
That's all the show is.
So that's all I have for Violet Evergarden. Then I'm gonna move to Martian Mädchen, which is it's Mädchen kind of thing. It's German. Surprisingly, I picked this up and started watching it. It's a magical girl anime. Who would have thought? Because maiden, fucking duh. But it's actually kind of good to me personally.
This is a magical girl anime?
It is complete
Oh.
with transformations and all sorts of interesting things.
Huh.
The backstory is that all of their transformations and all of their magical powers are based on books. They're magical books, but they're actually like stories. So the main character is actually, her story is Cinderella. That is her power. Her power is Cinderella or whatever. And then like the other Japanese chick is the Priestess of the Moon. Basically, they're all kind of like, those kind of stories, like bedtime stories, whatever, however, fairy tales type things. They're all the basis of everybody's magical powers, which is interesting.
That does sound actually pretty interesting. Nice take on it.
Yeah, but in the beginning, like, the girl's having a hard life, she has no friends, she's really fucking weird. And then she eventually gets in with this, finds magic somehow. And then, like, gets into the magical girl school, starts learning. Gets, kicked out, whatever, leaves, comes back. And then now she got her magic back, and now she's actually finally able to be useful. And, like, she basically saves her friends in the match, and I guess they're gonna go on and compete at the state or whatever, at the magical, because like the current thing is each of the magical girls' schools is going to compete against each other, and like they had to do a small competition versus these other people first, and so they ended up winning because of her.
So it's not just a save the world kind of deal.
Well, it is a save the world kind of deal. So apparently the backstory behind that is whoever wins the those battles, their magic is used to like clean the books out of the libraries that are hidden underneath the campuses of each of the places, and like because it's white magic, and the other side is like there's dark magic that gets on everything, and if they consume the books, they turn to monsters, and the monsters are what killed like probably both of their parents many years ago.
Damn.
That kind of thing. It's like, whoa, it's hardcore, but it's cute and interesting. I don't know, I like it. Surprisingly to me. But anyway, on to Death March. Death March, as usual, is pretty funny, super serious too. They get attacked by bugs this time, and other things. Dude Bro, figures out that the one chick's Japanese, and he's got that one girl that's still in love with him or something. I don't know. Stop being so quick. I mean, this is a weird harem. Like
it is very weird.
It's weird, but it isn't. I don't think the girls, like his slave girls, actually like love him. I think they like him, but I don't think like they're romantically inclined to him.
Well, I mean, they're
except for maybe the Japanese chick is trying to, but the green haired chick is the only one super actually romantically inclined with him. Like I guess at this point. So it's kind of weird. It doesn't follow the normal, typical another world fucking harem trope. I mean, it is still a harem, however, it's different. He's also nice to all the women. He's a fucking natural lady killer. It's beautiful.
Not only that, but he maxed out the skill for it.
Oh, did he? Maybe that's why.
I'm pretty sure he did.
He maxed the skill for everything. And the most recent one, he ends up in the brothel. I'm assuming he had sex with those women.
By the way, though.
By the way, what?
Like, if you looked at the way that he left, it definitely seemed like it.
Well, yeah, if you looked at... I, sat there and, paused and then went back and just continued to reread the skills he gained. And I'm like, I'm pretty sure that boy got him some. Which is funny, because I didn't think he would have done anything like that. But then he did.
Like, the one that gave it away for me was the one that was, sexual techniques, and I was like, yep,
there was, oh, no. It wasn't, I think it was, gymnastics, but I think, there was pillow talk and something else. I don't think it was sexual techniques. If it was, then yeah. But basically all of those were dead giveaways.
Yeah, basically.
So anyway. Yep, he saves the town yet again. I'm assuming it's going to be an overarching theme. And now they have another, I guess, waifu for the journey that popped up, and now they're going to start with that side of the story, I'm guessing.
I'm really interested to see like where this anime goes, like if it will actually
Yeah,
stay interesting with the overpowered character or not.
it's weird. It's like there, and it's just like slowly progressing. I feel like with the way it progresses so far, they could actually make it into like a 24 episode, but they can make it good. Like it's slow, but it feels correct. It just feels right.
Yeah,
It's not like Konosuba, which is fast, but I like Konosuba, so I'm just saying that as an example. What was one that was like too slow? I guess Black Clover was too slow for a while there. I don't
it
know.
definitely was. Yeah, that was really slow at the beginning.
I don't know what's like a super slow one that was like this in Otherworld. Maybe ReZero. Yeah, probably ReZero. ReZero was pretty slow for a while too.
I think like the first two arcs of that anime were felt excruciatingly slow, and then like everything else, like even with all the rebirths, like it felt pretty quick paced.
Yeah. But anyway, I'm still like Death Martin and stuff like that. On to Toji no Miko for me. Fucking sword waifu high schoolers. Still liking it. They're finding out more and more that, well, everything that one black-haired chick said is true. I'm guessing I'm gonna go on a limb here and say, and since they've seen it already, that their Elite Four, like Elite Guard or whatever, they're all, I would say infected with Aradama, but they're all fused with, evil beastie creature things. And also, because of one of the scenes, I'm assuming that the main chick is gathering all of the whatever the Aradama blood, the orange stuff, to probably like summon a giant beastie thing. I don't know, because she like sat over all of the vats and then told us all, "Is soon your time will be soon." I'm like, oh no, that's what an evil person says when they're about to summon something extremely excruciatingly terrible. But
And that
yeah.
is when all the bad shit happens.
Yep. But the white-haired chick's, like, deciding that she wants to live and gaining life. That's cool. She's getting feelings or whatever. She wants to keep those. It's nifty. And so far, I basically think their squad is now together at the end of the most recent episode. The white-haired chick joined, and then that one chick's friend, the purple-haired girl that's been the brown-haired chick's friend the whole time, is now, like, there. They're all there. So now they have their little squad, and they're gonna go fight the evil together. Question mark, question mark, question mark. It's good. Got good feelings. Also, it's interesting, like the whole conspiracy thing going on behind the scenes and stuff like that. Nifty.
Hmm.
What about you? You got anything on ramens? Because I know you watch that.
Yeah, fucking. I'm trying to remember what happened. Fucking the main dude decides to take a break while he's preparing for like some annual event that's going on. So while that's happening, the trap, because I can't remember goddamn names, decides to take over one of his jobs for him.
The
Almost
trap.
gets
I love that.
gets captured. Almost gets tortured, if not for the person that was torturing him was actually a pretty good friend. So they just kind of faked it and then replaced him with a body double. Fucking next thing you know, the main character has to actually do shit regardless of being in the middle of the fucking event, which kind of sucks because it's only once a year, man. He uses it to celebrate having to work all year round, and he loses that one opportunity.
It's like Christmas for normal for like
All
Walmart people.
yeah, it's all because the trap fucked up.
Yep. Well done. That's interesting.
Yeah.
Alrighty then. Well, on to Grand Crest Senki. Good old Grand Crest. Our Lord and Savior Dio Coronado is just being himself. He's continuing to solve diplomatic tensions with fairly relative ease. He went, fought, destroyed, I forgot whoever. And then he also went and had the whatever ball recently. He went to the multiple lords ball thing. He talked with the leader of, I believe it's the Alliance, or the main dude who wants to marry the love of his life or whatever kind of deal. the dickhole that he was originally talking about, whenever the reason why he left his country in the first place to go on the quest, he met him, and I believe that guy tried to get him assassinated because he's a fucking prick. And yeah, yep. And then, the most recent episode was, like I said, he went to that one town he was supposed to conquer or whatever before the ball, and he did it without anybody dying at all. Surprisingly enough. Silica, which is his basically advisor, and the chick is pretty much his wife, that he chose everything over. He lost all of his powers, roles, land, everything, and he chose her for that. I'm like, alright, so what you two need to do is you need to, you're shipped. This is already official. Alright, just, make this happen. Just, ask her out, marry that bitch, do something, fuck. It's very obvious. And if it doesn't happen by the end of the anime, I'm gonna be pretty pissed off. But, besides all that, yeah, he's been doing good. He's I don't know. Apparently he's called a hero, and for good reason, and it makes sense. I hope he gets a semi-decent ending. Honestly, it's pretty brutal. They fucking killed, everybody's friends, and just the one purple-haired chick almost died. So I'm sure they're not necessarily afraid to kill off people. So we'll see how that goes. Anyway, from there on to Beatless, the last episode before the most recent one, it concluded with Dude Boy, main character, getting together with his friend, saving his life, and then they're basically contemplating life at the end of the episode. It's a basic continuation of the whole building raid thing, and the finishing of that. Yeah. And then the most recent episode is actually a motherfucking recap. It's literally a recap episode. It's called Intermission 01, and I'm and I skipped through it, and it's got I guess it's got stuff about what the main character's thinking about in the background, or somebody's thinking about, because it has text over it, and it's just weird, because it's not what the person was saying or what was going on. It's just thoughts from behind the scenes kind of thing. So I was okay, that's interesting.
So I could just avoid that episode then.
Oh yeah,
I watched the episode before that, I think.
Yeah, you could just avoid the most recent episode, the plague that it is.
Yeah.
Fucking filler. At least it said Intermission 01, so I was like, does that mean what I think it means? And it's just yep. I was okay.
It's we don't need fucking intermission for 12-episode animes. Come on.
I skipped through it because sometimes in intermission episodes, towards the end, they'll have continuation of the story or something. That doesn't happen here.
Okay.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, it might be good to go through and read the ideas or read the stuff going on, but I just didn't feel like it.
I don't like watching stuff that doesn't really contribute too much to what's actually going on.
Same. So yeah, I would avoid the most recent episode like the plague. But Death March and the latest twist in the plot. Okay, Death March. What? I already talked about Death March. We already talked about Death March.
Yeah, we did.
I don't think we talked about a twist in the plot, really. We just talked about it was going on a new arc now because of the whole village attack.
The only fucking twist in the plot that I can think about, the only twist I can think about is the fact that people from Japan are, he's not the only one.
That too. I mean, I kind of touched on it, I figured out that one chick was Japanese.
Yeah, for all we know, there could be hundreds scattered around the world.
Yep. But the thing is, she was saying, she just figures out most people don't know their memories. Heck, you see it. But anyway, on to Killing Bites. Have you at least kept up Killing Bites?
Yeah, I mean, fucking fighting.
Yeah. my synapses for Fate. Yep, still more fighting. I mean,
fucking something that I found kind of weird is that they sent regardless of them kind of being friends with the cheetah, sending the Rattel to help the cheetah out, even though it's only one person can win this. I mean, it's better because Rattel can incapacitate her rather than actually kill her, I guess.
Yeah. I don't know if that's, I don't know. He sent her to help her because they're all friends, and to be realistic, the cheater chicks actually helped her out a good bit.
Yeah.
Other than the fact that she stole her panties and stuff, but like, showing her that isolation, transform, all that stuff, that's like beyond useful. And they're friends, like, and the dude, the main character, is he actually the main character, or is she the main character? That's actually a really good question. I'm guessing it's actually him, for the most part.
I feel like they kind of share the spot of a main
Yeah.
character.
Yep. But anyway, he fucking, I don't know, he's silly and retarded. But, the Samito chick, which is who he's fighting for, is totally on board with everything he's doing, it seems. So, I don't know. I think maybe she's trying to bring, like, honor back to the games kind of thing or something. I don't know. Because basically they're all they're just going low down, super dirty fighting, like, fucking assholes.
And they treat their pieces like pieces and not actual people.
Yeah, and she seems to treat her people like, well, people. Or like, expensive items, like there's a flashback with the hippo dude, like, she's paying for their lives and their lives have meaning. Don't throw away your life, kind of thing. She seems like, as a fucking, crime lord or whatever, she seems really nice, which is kind of weird, but those exist.
Well, I mean, like Full Metal Alchemist, Greed, the way that he treated his people.
Mm-hmm.
That kind of deal was like, these people are my property.
Mm-hmm.
Killing my property is basically stealing from him. So, yeah, I'm guessing she's kind of approaching it from almost the same mentality. I want to say, or at least that's what she's putting it out as.
Yeah, maybe.
And then she really cares. I don't know.
Long story short, they're fighting, and it looks like fucking the cheated chick and the Teller basically won their side. I'm not sure what's going to become of poor Hippo Man versus Mr. Alligator. I don't know. He better do something useful. But like, what's funny is hippos and alligators. Actually, it's crocodiles, not alligators. Crocodiles, yes, they're basically the same thing. Hippos and crocodiles like fight all the time, and I believe hippos actually stomp on crocodiles most of the time in the like African savanna areas.
Yeah, but when it comes to this, it's actually down to like experience and shit. I'm pretty sure the alligator has more experience.
It's
than
both.
The hippo.
It's both. They keep trying to say that it's because, I am this type of fucking predator versus yours. Fucking animal science ecosystem.
Not only that, but it seems like
apex predators.
It seems like the reptiles' transformations are a little bit more complete, and they have like a little bit more power. But as we've seen between the fight between the reptile cheetah and like the gecko and the snake, is that it doesn't matter if their transformations are stronger and they have more power. It all usually comes down to how much conviction I would say the other people have.
Yeah, it's about skill. And it's about like knowing what you're doing, kind of thing.
Yeah.
With like, honestly, it really seems like Hitomi is incredibly lucky a lot of the time. But anyway, enough of that. On to Garo Vanishing Line. Well, they're in fucking El Dorado now. And
finally, dude.
They had all of their shit get lit up. Like one chick, Gina, like big titted fine woman. Her and Sword need to fucking get together after this too. That's a ship. That needs to happen. Anyway, so her car was just trashed after the last battle, just like they lost the motorcycle. Basically, all of their equipment's dead except for, Sword has his fucking sword and his armor still. And then the one, I'm guessing, is he black? I guess he's black, I don't know. Hispanic? Whatever. Luke, with his new short hair, changed personality, seems like chiller. I think he still has his motorcycle, or not anymore, but he still has his sniper, so he's good at his guns. He turned into like a bona fide badass, which is great.
I remember you talking about like how like quite a few things will probably resolve as soon as they hit El Dorado. Did that happen?
What? I don't remember what quite a few things I said would resolve.
I don't remember either, but you were just like there's a lot of problems going on that might resolve themselves as soon as they actually get there.
Oh, I don't know. It might have been something about the traveling and something about like Luke meeting up with them, and they all did within the last episode. They had a huge battle with the one dude from El Dorado. That I guess the dude that oversees the defense of El Dorado. And then also like a semi-battle between Sword and the Black Knight, which he's gonna have to fight eventually. Sword's gonna kick his ass too. It's gonna be great. I can't wait for that battle. That dickhole really needs to die. I believe that dude's actually Luke's father. Luke's father needs to like eat a giant dick. The only thing I don't like about Luke's father like dying is the fact that Luke's father uses a goddamn Guandao, which is like I like spears and polearms, and that's a really it's a Guandao, it's a huge polearm, and they're beautiful. Like
So you like to watch him, so you get to see him fight with it, but you also don't like his character.
No, his character's a complete fucking dickhole. But other than that, like, I just like the Guandao. His armor is the same thing as fucking swords. It's just black. Kevin Durant is apparently gay. That's cool, man.
Congratulations on it coming out of the closet, sir.
Yep, you do you. Literally and not at the same time. And then on to the Seven Deadly Sins anime. It's progressing-ish. They're figuring out that they're not strong enough to fight the Ten Commandments, which is actually interesting because in the first season they are the end-all be-all of strong. Like everything's basically a joke to them, and then now these people come out of nowhere that are 10 times as bad as them, or like 15 times. I don't know. But each single member of the Ten Commandments is like stronger than all of the 6 of them currently combined, which is nutso.
Wait, so they're called the 10 Commandments?
They are called the 10 Commandments. Have you not watched it all yet?
I have not caught up on Seven Deadly Sins yet.
Oh man. And well, apparently within the last fight, where the one of the 10 Commandments is just basically like shit whip them all into non-existence. Apparently their commandments, so like just like the 10 Commandments in the Bible, which are equivalent to the sins, type thing, they have a power. So like the one dude is something about lies. If anybody tells a lie, no matter how small it is, they get instantly turned to stone, and it happened.
Damn.
Merlin got turned to stone, actually.
I feel like the great way to counter that is just not to talk at all.
Yeah. It's kind of like Recreators, the girl that does the lie thing. You just don't say anything. But yeah, no, Merlin got turned to stone and fucking because she said she lied in the middle of the fight or something like that. And I was like, whoa, that's interesting. Apparently she can't even break that spell because it's something like a gift from the Lord, the Demon Lord or whatever, bestowed upon all of them. So I'm assuming they all have something similar. Some sort of ultra magic that has to do with which commandment they are,
Yeah, I find it kind of strange that they would have the 7 deadly sins on the good side and the fucking 10 commandments on the evil side. Yeah, seems a little backwards here, but whatever.
I wonder if they're actually going to make a play on that later. Probably. I'm sure they'll do something with that.
It's possible.
They're like, haha, you're right. Well, that's where they're
like,
at.
Haha, those were the good guys all along.
Anyway, no, that'd be terrible. They went through and they discussed the plan, and now they're gonna, I guess, go execute the plan, probably, eventually. Oh, they're also gonna go find the 7th member of the 7 Deadly Sins. I forgot that they weren't actually fully rebuilt.
Same. Shit, who are we missing?
Apparently, their strongest member. No, it's not their strongest member. Somebody. The sin of. I forgot who it was.
I'm guessing the fucking the main character's Wrath. But,
yeah, he's the dragon sin of Wrath. Because there's the goat sin of Envy, I believe.
Fucking fat dude Sloth, I think.
Yep.
Yeah, I can't. I mean, we can go through the process of elimination, but I feel like that'd take too goddamn long. Probably faster just to look it up.
Yep. Long story short, I don't remember, nor do I care. On to Darling in the France, XX, whatever. France. Fucking still great to me. Old boy died, but then came back to life to fight for his waifu, and it's cute and glorious, and also still It's also really weird. It's definitely done by the whoever the fuck's behind Kill la Kill for Rizzles. I mean, besides the artwork, just the amount of sheer absurdity of randomness with like the fucking monster turning into a human and then turning into a fucking giant like hammer. It's assisted by thrusters. It's like it's made by the Gurren Lagann and the fucking Kill la Kill people, which again, it's the same artwork, it's the same studio, which is Trigger, I believe. Trigger didn't do Gurren Lagann though, but I'm pretty sure it's the same artists.
It probably is.
Because it's the same style that the fucking the weird thing transforming all of a sudden into random shapes and shit. It's just like okay.
All right, so I looked it up. Fucking the lesson that we need is Pride, and apparently he shows up in the fourth OVA.
The fourth what?
The fourth OVA.
Oh, the one in the episode.
Was season 2.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure he does. I believe he's like Armstrong from
That's
FMA.
That's what it looked like in the fucking picture.
Yeah, that's what his character is. Because that's also the character that's like blacked out in the intro currently. It's him. He looks like Armstrong even in the intro.
Lol.
So yeah. But that's who they're missing.
If his actual behavior and everything was like that.
Yep. I mean, he's got a fucking mustache that looks exactly the same. But anyway, Darling in France, it's good still. I mean, it's nice that old boy didn't die and, like, they're, kind of doing the thing. They are the overpowered main characters that need to be together to continue to stay overpowered and, keep the world from turning into whatever. Because, I mean, I'm pretty sure this whole anime, the world is already dead. I'm waiting for the part, because I can already see it coming, where, like, we figure out that Papa and, like, the adults and shit are behind all of the Calaxors in the first place kind of thing. Like, they're just humans turned into, monsters or something like that. I'm waiting for that part to happen. Because, like, or an explanation of why these kids exist. Because all of these other kids that are, like, a part of these teams and fighting, they all kind of look like clones or something. And then they have all of these kids with their special mechs that are completely different from all the other ones. Like, all the other people look similar, they act similar, and they also have, like, basically exactly the same looking robots. Whereas you have this weird experimental team, and it's been talked about that they're experimental, that each of their fucking Frankses are just completely different, and they don't make sense. And they don't. They really don't. So, yeah. Can't wait to figure out the reason for that. Other than that, I still think it's great, and I can't wait for more. From there, it's on to The Ancient Magus Bride for me. And as usual, it's amazing. They fought with Ash and I again, because he's an old fucking prick, basically. I'm guessing. I think he's just trying to help show lessons and teach people things. He just kind of comes across as a bit of a dick. Other than that, now they're on the hunt for fucking Cartaphilus again, which is the little boy Joseph, the asshole, like, monster thing that has been causing them problems throughout the anime. That also took that one sorcerer dude's arm. And now he's causing more problems. He stole dragons, and now he's doing bad things with dragons, and just, I don't even know.
Hooray for dragons!
I mean, so this is the guy that caused, like, the cat episode, caused the dude to kill, basically, his wife, and then go on a killing spree and get killed by cats and all that shit. That little motherfucker, I really want him dead. I really wish Chisei would have killed him. Or fucking, even Elias would have killed him. He really needs to die. But I think, knowing Chisei and how she has the power of the light kind of thing, that she's gonna save him, like, because she saw him in a dream, and he's saying, he needs to be saved or whatever, so they're gonna save him, hopefully, and then he's hopefully gonna turn into a better person, maybe. I just don't know. And my dogs are going completely apeshit. I don't know if you hear that.
I have noticed this.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. See, this is how good voice act works. I don't even have to push the thing, and, like, as soon as I stop talking, you can't hear it.
Success.
Take note, Crucifix, or anybody.
Right.
Anyway, it's not that hard to set up either. You just talk while you're doing it and just get it to work.
Well, I mean, some people like me, I like to talk very quietly sometimes, and other times I talk loudly. So it really depends on that. But I mean, right now I have my mouth like right up to the fucking mic, so I could probably put my sensitivity really high and still be the
See,
same.
I just talk the same all the time. It even goes a
Uh,
little lower.
I mean, for
Yeah.
me, it really depends on what I'm doing because, like, if I'm playing VR chat and nobody's home, I like to be very energetic, make people laugh.
Mm,
I just enjoy doing shit like that for some reason.
interesting. Have you're not watching anything else, are you?
Let me take a look.
I know I'm watching Kokoku, Stasis, weird anime. I think it's the
Yeah,
last one on this list.
I don't see anything that I'm watching.
Alrighty then. So on to the last anime series of the show here, to Kokoku, which is the weird stasis anime that's also got apparently a fucking religion was formed around the stasis and everything, all the existence. You find out old girl who can expel